Peace and blessings, black family. Hold tap. It's your brother back, Wali Ali, aka Asa Allah, Ali Saif Allah, Asar Allah. Peace and blessings. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. Peace to the Black Power movement. I'm here today. Want to do a brief conversation on sovereignty. A question was asked to me about sovereignty. And the only thing I could do is address what I have experienced and experienced of myself, from myself. Um, I got into the sovereign movement. Uh, Let me say what the question was first. The question was, how do I obtain my sovereignty? And I want to say this from my own experience and experience that sovereignty is a birthright. You don't have to obtain your sovereignty. When you are born, we are sovereign. We are born with unalienable rights. All right, so it's not that you have to fill out any paperwork to be sovereign. And so it's just your behavior, how you behave. They say the United States is a sovereign nation. I mean, that's what they say. Sovereign to whom? I mean, you got two eyes, you can see for yourself who are sovereign to them. Two, but maybe not to you and I. So yes, there are movements that's promoting this, such as our brothers who are the Moors or the Moorish Americans, who are promoting Islam, who are promoting sovereignty. I'm gonna tell you from my own experience, so I could move on. The In 2007, I got with the sovereignty movement. I was actually with the movement, and that we had to fill out all this paperwork. And I got this booklet on. It's called Cracking the Code. I got another book called the Redemption Manual, and I had the Redemption Manual fourth edition. I followed these things. I really did. Try to contact these people, and it was saying how we can get money. That was a motive. It was saying how we can navigate through the system without being subject to these statutes, because they not a lot of these things that people are being incarcerated for are not laws; they are statutes. So, and I've been around brothers in D Mecca that have been carrying firearms around, being claiming their sovereignty. Now, what I did, I made myself a secured party creditor, and people ask me, is there a difference from a secured party and a sovereign? Some people say yes, some people say no. I'm not the versus person in law. I just can tell you from my experience. I say yes, there is a difference between a secured party creditor and a sovereign. A creditor is someone who does business dealing with credits and debits. Okay. Sovereign is saying that I am a free man. Uh, I'm able to walk this earth and live as my natural self, and live naturally according to the earth, and I'm only bound by the laws of the earth. Okay. Now, a creditor is a business person, a businessman or woman. Now, I know some my people that's very educated, such as my Morris Americans, probably would want me to say business person, and they say flesh and blood man versus the straw man who is the person. Well, uh, I would say let me reiterate that. I would say the creditor is the flesh and blood man doing business through his straw man. or through straw men, or doing business through other entities. Okay, using other corporations to do business, to navigate through the system of corporations. Some sovereigns don't care nothing about the corporations. They just want to live natural to the earth. Okay, so I thought that I was gonna be able to walk around with a gun, and I can go to court, and I get a traffic ticket. I can challenge this using my sovereignty. Then I learned about the secured party creditor, and I can be a creditor. I didn't did my uh, private agreement, my secured agreement, my harmless agreement. Um, I done did these things. Got the papers, got my document numbers and different things of this nature. All this made me was a businessman. This made me able to do business in that name, in the name that's on my birth certificate. The saying that I can get money for the birth certificate. Um, I didn't get any money for the birth certificate. I tried. So my birth certificate, I put a value on my birth certificate. I stamped my birth certificate. I sent my birth certificate in to the treasury. I tried that. I didn't get any money for my birth certificate. I didn't. I tried to do the thing with the having the knowledge of the Social Security card and the numbers on the Social Security card. I looked into that. I didn't see anything with that. I tried to get numbers for different. I tried to get money for different things. I went about going to discharge certain debts. Uh, I didn't really get no responses. Now, some response I have when people had shot me, had sent me debt, and when I challenged the debt using a proof of claim or conditional acceptance for value, which is meaning I'm saying I will, you saying I owe you this bill, and I say I will accept this bill, predicated upon your proof of claim that I owe you money. Okay, so I have actually done that, and I have had people to bag out. So what I learned, but as far as me exercising my sovereign rights as a sovereign in that manner, having this paperwork, making my declaration um, of sovereignty, and different things of that nature, I don't know too much if they really, if the government really. I do not feel that the government is really acknowledging this. I seen brothers in the court use this. I seen one of my guys went into court, and he was fighting a case. He used it, and they gave him life. So, but he had a murder case, and he tried to use it. He in the court right now. Well, he is trying to appeal his case. Um, I just personally, if you're going to be sovereign, right? If you're saying you're sovereign, I don't. All the paperwork that we have filled out, I do not feel that it's being acknowledged. And all the guys say they'll do this paperwork for you. I I just don't. Uh, I don't know. Maybe they know something that I don't know. And I don't want to bash anyone. But to be sovereign is simple. It's this simple. You're born sovereign. You're born with unalienable rights. You're only born with the nature of law govern you. With law's nature govern you. That's it. You're born that way. You live that way. You act out in that way. That's it. You don't need no paperwork to do that. And if you get taken incarcerated, other than that, you are held hostage because you don't apply for that. But saying you're not subjugated to them statutes. Okay, and you can still just take your stand because you bring in the paperwork. I do not see it being acknowledged. People say, "Well, you didn't supposed to do this. You had one thing wrong on here. You had this." Man, I don't know, but from my experience and inexperience, the paperwork of sovereignty, I do not see it being acknowledged in the courts. I don't see it being acknowledged by the government enforcers, which we call the police. You know, So if you're gonna be sovereign, you don't need any paperwork. That's what you are. But you don't take the benefits of the government either. A lot of people want to be sovereign and take the benefits of the government. So what they do is become a secure party creditor to navigate through this system. Now, if you're gonna do that, hey, do that. I still tell you that I don't see them acknowledging the sovereignty. So, or your paperwork. So whether you do have paperwork or not, it's gonna come out the same way. But this do not mean do not study. You do not study this kind of history. Please study this kind of history so you can move out and walk and live as a sovereign and come out of this wicked government with the wicked policies and build a nation amongst yourselves. We build a nation, period. And we live and move out right and exact. All right. Now, so when a person becomes a secure party creditor, a lot of people try to discharge the debt that the police, they're giving you a charge. So they try to discharge the debt that's going on with the police. Now you may have you being charged with, or they try to use in the court. Now you have a much better chance of doing business with the court, to me, as a creditor, than saying, well, that don't apply to me. Here go my paperwork. Huh? We still go through the same system. So we got to understand that. When you can say I'm a government unto myself, that's different. I don't need no paperwork. I'm the earth man. I'm the original man. The government may say, well, we have laws that you have to abide by on this land because we are governing this land. That's peace. Abide by those laws. But you don't have to abide by the statutes. You see, that's the difference. The statutes applying to persons. And persons are corporations. They're not applying to flesh and blood human beings. So a lot of guys getting incarcerated for crimes that's on a person, meaning a corporation is being falsely incarcerated. Those crimes are for corporations, such as your tax issues. A lot of these taxes for corporations, not for flesh and blood human beings. But we consent. We give our consent by consent or tacit agreement, agreeing in silence to be incarcerated, to pay these taxes. We must gain knowledge. We must come together collectively, but not dealing with a mystery system, not dealing with a mystery God. We must recognize what's happening for real. That these crackers, period, they run this. You talking about law? They run a law here. You talking about legality? They run it. So I don't care how much you studying and how much paperwork you do, they gonna show you this their town. So we got to make a town within for ourselves. Period. That's what we must do. A government for ourselves, a nation for ourselves. That's what we must do. All right. That's my time on sovereignty. Study sovereignty. Be sovereign. But don't be a fool. Peace and blessings, Black family.